nerds, what's up? So today we are doing my wrap up from September to, it's now mid-December, it's the 16th. So from there, 9 books in the last 3 months. So we're averaging 3 books a month. That's pretty nice, although most of them happened earlier rather than later. I need a fact of the day before agriculture and stuff. In comparison to the other type of hominin called Paranthropus, who had giant chewing muscles which were attached to this giant bone that's called the sagittal crest here. You would expect that type of animal with these huge chewing muscles to be eating a lot of grass, a lot of tubers like roots, stuff like that. And humans, who are very gracile, we don't have any sort of like extra muscle bone attachments, anything like that. You would expect us to be eating a lot of softer foods like meat and fruit and stuff like that. But based on the analysis of food, we can look at microneuroanalysis on the teeth and stuff like that. We found that humans actually are eating significantly less meat than Paranthropus is at the same time, in the same time frame, which is significantly weird because, like I said, and Paranthropus was eating fruit, not really much tubers or roots or anything of those hard materials, which is weird because why did they have these giant chewing muscles then? Which we don't know the answer to, but we do know that that's a thing. And so, fun fact of the day for you. And now let's get into this long collective wrap up. So the first book I finished, actually still in August, but it was after I did my wrap-up video for you all back then, was Cut Both Ways by Carrie Mesrobian, and this was an art copy. I actually have a review of this book, and it's a spoiler-free review, so you can check that out if you're interested. This book is about a boy who is dealing with his sexuality. He's in high school, he's cheating on his girlfriend with a boy, and so he's trying to figure out what's going on with his life and who he likes more. Is he gay? Is he straight? Is he bi? What is he? And so that's kind of what this story is about. It has very mature content in it, so be wary of that if you're not interested in reading things like that. But I really loved this book. I actually gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I probably gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, honestly, because I really liked this book. The next book I read was City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare, and it is the 6th book in the Mortal Instruments series, which is about a girl named Clary who finds out she's a shadow hunter, which are these people who fight demons in the world that she lives in, which is the current world, and they are kept secret and blah 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 down to book 6. So I don't want to spoil anything for you, but such an amazing series. If you haven't read these, what are you doing with your life? Cassie Clare knows how to write an ending. I gave it a full 5 out of 5 stars. It was brilliant. Then I picked up a book for a class, which was a global ethnography class. Ethnography is what anthropologists do in the field. It is the written form of studying a culture. It can also be video form of studying a culture. It is just the act of taking down notes of some sort while studying a culture. So I read an ethnography, and it is called The Forest People by Colin M. Turnbull. It was really good. It's about the Mabudi people who live in Central Africa and the forests, which is why they're called the Forest People, and it just was about them, and it was really good. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It's non-fiction, but it read like a novel. It was really amazing. I picked up a book that I was sent for review, which is called Echoes by Laura Tisdale, and I have a review of this also on my channel. It will be linked down below. It's spoiler free. This book was really good. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I did have a few issues with it, but it's about a girl named Mallory who is living in the US. She is in high school and she is secretly a coder, and she is part of this group online that goes and encodes and breaks in via the internet to places and shuts down bad stuff that people are doing. And then, of course, because she's involved in this illegal stuff, even though she kind of is a good guy, she gets involved in some stuff and shit goes down. It's really good. So that will be up on link down below if you're interested in learning more about that. Stephenie Meyer pulled a Beyonce and dropped Life and Death by Stephenie Meyer, which is, if you haven't heard about this, it's a retelling of Twilight, but all of the genders are switched. So Edward is now Edith and Bella is now Beau, and it was glorious. I honestly think that this is the best book regarding Twilight I've ever read. My second favorite now is The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner. It's the novella that is regarding in the third book, and you should all read that too. It's really, really good. And Sierra from Sierra Reads and I actually did a live show about this book. I believe it's on my channel. I can't remember now. I think it's on my channel, so I'll link that down below too if you're interested. We just talked about this book for a long time and fangirled over Stephenie Meyer and Twilight, so yeah, and it was really amazing. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I started getting swamped at school, but I wanted to read a full book and just be able to enjoy myself, and it was October at this point. Yeah, it was October 23rd, and I just picked up this graphic novel and read it in one sitting. It is the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde graphic novel by Stevenson Kilimowski and, oh, I don't know if I can say your name correctly, Shejbal, I don't know. But the art is really cool in this book. It's like, looks sketched, and I really, really enjoyed this. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It's basically just Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but in graphic novel form, and it's really short, sweet, and simple. I actually haven't read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde before, so I was a little lost every once in a while, just like, is this really what happens, or did they take any turns? I'm not sure because I haven't read it, so, but it was good. I really liked the art. Another 2 books for that same ethnography class. The first one I had to read was Village on the Edge, which is by Michael French Smith, and this is about Papua New Guinea. It is about the Kruger village. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's about these people that live on the edge of the forest, but far enough out that they don't get a lot of tourists, and their economy is just really going down the drain because they can't make money doing what they used to do, which was just subsisting on their own. But now with plantations taking over, they can't really afford to export and import because it's so expensive to buy the gas to get out onto the main island from where they live, and just basically things are going downhill for them, and it's really unfortunate. A lot of things are just negative in this class. It's just really sad to read about a lot of time. A 4 out of 5 stars. Next book I picked up for that class was a life history this time, which was about Nan, and it's called Nan, The Life of an Irish Traveling Woman by Sharon Gamelch. And this was about this woman named Nan who is an Irish traveler. Travelers are also known as tinkers, but that's a discriminatory term, so people don't like to be called tinkers, they like to be called travelers. And they're similar in their lifestyle to gypsies, which are also called Romani. The Rome also don't like the term gypsies, just FYI. And it was about her life as a traveling woman. She suffered a lot in her life. She was married a second time to an abusive husband, and she, in her lifetime, had 18 children, one of which died right after birth, another who died at 4 years old, I believe, because he got hit in the head by some kids who didn't like the travelers in their city, and so they stoned him, essentially, is what they did. And yeah, it's also very sad. The discrimination that happens to people all over the world is just kind of crazy to read about, and it makes you want to wish for a better world. So that's what this book was about. It was also very amazing. Another nonfiction book, but I highly recommend this one. And I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars, actually. If you're looking for some nonfiction, this is really, really good. The last book I read, it was glorious. It was this one. I love this series so much. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Just blew my brain, blows my mind. It's so good. It's so good. Like, if you haven't read, this is the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, Queen of Shadows. If you haven't read Throne of Glass yet, what are you doing? Such a good story. This series, okay, I've never said this before in my entire, it's never even crossed my mind to say the words that are about to come out of my mouth in the sequence that they are about to come out of. I've never said it, I've never thought it. I think this series beats Harry Potter. It's so good. The review for this, it'll be linked down below. I'm currently reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone because of Harry Christmas to You, which I am sorely behind. That's my video for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed my insanity. Comment down below what you have read, your favorite book you read since September, from now. September to now. What was your favorite book you read? Mine was Queen of Shadows by Sarah J Maas. And you get another picture of my kitty. He's purring again. He's so cute, guys. Look at him. What are you doing? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Smell it, smell it. He's my favorite. He's my favorite. He's adorable. He likes to lay like a baby. Huh, you do, huh? Here's Blaze here. He's a little cuddle bug. He's adorable. How can you not love him? And he's all white and his name is Hedwig. I mean, he's so cute. Yeah, okay. Bye! Are you playing with my hand? You didn't like me waving? No? Don't want me to wave? Waving?